So we have different arithmetic operators. We have different operators in SAP ABAP. Those are called majorly to manipulate these variables. Okay, so those are classified into four operators. What are those? Arithmetic operators, comparison operators, bitwise operators, and character string operators. From these four operators, majorly we will use regularly arithmetic operators, comparison operators, and character string operators. Okay, so in our daily programs, what we will use is arithmetic and character operators and comparison operators. Okay, so first we will go with the arithmetic operators. So as we have seen several type of programming languages in our career, so arithmetic operators are the nothing but mathematical operations what do we perform on variables. Okay, so the following list is the different types of arithmetic operators. What are those? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. So I think the new one is module. Okay, so what is the arithmetic operator? So plus means it will add two variable values, okay, into another variable value. Okay, so in SAP ABAP, as we discussed, between or before and after of an arithmetic operator, what we need to place? Space is required to place before and after the arithmetic operators. That means a space plus space b will be the syntax of addition operator. Similar like subtraction, we are going to use a space b minus b, okay, space b. Similar like multiplication, division. So when we use division here, what we will get? We will get the quotient of a this one. For example, if you are going to divide 25 by 5, so what we will get? Coefficient as 5. But when you want the remaining value, for example, you are going to divide 25 by 3, what you will get? Reminder? Hello? Anyone? 25 by 3. Hello? Is my voice is audible, right? Hello? Hello? Yeah. No one was talking. What happened? Uh, So what is the remainder when I divide 25 by 3? 1, right? So so 8 is the coefficient and 1 is the remainder. So to capture that one remainder value, so what we will use? We will use module. So when you use a mod b, that or b mod a, that will give you the remainder value. Okay. So we will see one by one. See here. So here we have a sample program. A type I value 150, B type I value 50. Okay, the result will be stored in result itself. Result is equal to A by B, that means 150 by 50. So what will be the result? Here we are using divide operator, that means we will get the coefficient. So if you place mod A mod B, then it will give you 0 as a output. Okay, so next is comparison operator. So in general, comparison means what we will do, we will compare for variable 1 with the variable 2. That means whether the value is equivalent or greater than or less than or unequal, that means not equal. Like this, we will compare the two variables. So what we will do, we will compare by using this symbol. Equal to means this one. Okay, and not equal to means less than greater than symbol, or we will strike out the equal to symbol, right? So in ABAP, for comparing of two variables, we are having some uh, symbols as well as keywords. Like see here, for equals to, we are going to use as EQ. That means if we want to compare the value whether two variables are equal, okay, what we will use? EQ. That means in case of A equal to B, what like for this place, what we are going to use? EQ. We can also use this symbol, but we are going to use this EQ. Okay. So for not equal to, in general, what we will do? We will strike out this equal symbol, not equal to. But in ABAP, less than and greater than symbol combination is called as not equal to. That means it is not less than and it is not greater than, that symbol means, and not equal to. Okay. So for that symbol, what we are going to use? NE. Not equals to means NE. Okay. So for greater than, we will use GT. Okay. So for less than, we will use LT. So and less than or equals to and greater than or equals to, we are going to use as greater than or equals to GE, and less than or equal to LE. So like this, we are going to compare general comparisons, but we want to verify whether the value is in between any two values. Then we are going to use, see here, a1. A1 is a value in between A2 and A3, that we want to see. So how we will write? A1 between A2 and A3. So between and AND operator use it to verify whether the value is in between. That means A value is in between B and C. For this type of comparison, what we will use? A between B and C. Everyone are getting right? Yeah. So if here we will see whether a variable is holding a value or not. If value is not there, then we called it as a initial. That means starting value. That means starting value is nothing. So we will call as a initial. So if variable is not having value, then we will compare with is initial. So now onwards, if is initial comes in, then what we will check? Is initial means, that means the variable is having no value. Okay, clear? So if any variable is having value, then we will call is not initial. That means the variable is having value. Is initial means no value. Is not initial means having some value. Okay. So to compare two variables, we need to follow some certain set of rules. That means prerequisites we require to follow. If you want to compare two variables, whether the less than 0 or like comparison only, like less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to, and in between. For these comparisons, we require to compare whether the two variables are belong to same data type. That means when you are comparing A and B should be of same data type. If you are going to compare integer with character, it will goes to dump. That means it will give you error. So in SAP ABAP, when we are getting errors while writing a program, those are called uh, syntactical errors. Okay. So when you are writing a code and you got some error, that is called syntactical errors. So when you are running a program and you got something error, that is called dump, short dump. Okay. So if you compare non non type of variables, that means those two variables are not equivalent to same type, then it will goes to dump. And also when we are using any divide or something operators, the data type should be integer, otherwise it will goes to dump. Okay, we cannot divide or add or subtract the character types. That's it, right? We cannot subtract string 1 minus string 2. That means from any letter to a letter we cannot subtract it. We can subtract only the numeric values. Is it right or not? Hello? Every, everyone, ABAP class should be an interactive mode. Otherwise, you will not get the success. Okay. So, so here the comparisons and the arithmetic operators should be mandate prerequisites. What is the prerequisite? The both variables should be of same type. Okay. Next. So here we have given some examples that we will see in the program part. Okay. Next is bitwise operators. So in general, bitwise means we will work on the binary digits and binary hexadecimal values. Okay, like this. So we have some bit operators like bit not, bit and bit XOR, bit OR. Okay. So bit not means, so whatever you are writing, quite opposite to that. That means if A is equal to 1, then A not equal to, A bit not equal to 0. Okay. So that flip, that means quite opposite to it. Okay. So bit and, so if example A and B are true, then the value will be, the result will be true. Okay. I think these binary operators or bitwise operators you have seen in your academics. Like, so how it would be, I will explain here with the chart. Okay. So see here, field A, field B, AND operator, OR operator, XOR operator. So these will be result values, and field A value, field B value has given like this. So when both are false, okay, AND operator, OR operator and XOR operator also false. Okay, so any one of these is true, AND is false, OR is true, XOR is also true. But if both are true, okay, then AND is true, OR is true, but XOR is false. Here true means 1, 0 means false. Okay, like this we will utilize these operators. So when with these operators will be going to use means when you are combining any two conditions, for example A less than B and B less than C, like that, like that comparison when we are going to use, there we will use this bitwise operators. That means when the two conditions are true, then the AND operator will be utilized. When the two conditions are false, when the, like that, we are going to utilize these bitwise operators. That means comparison of two variables with the two conditions. Okay. So next is character string operators. So what is these character string operators? So here what we are going to use is, uh, we are comparing the string. That means we want to know what is having the string value and what is having, what it contains, what does the length, what does the string, and whether it is equivalent to, whether it contains or not. Like that we are going to see. That means for example there is a string called abap, whether abap is having a or not. Like that we are going to operate on the string. Okay, so for that we have different string operators. Okay, so those are called character string operators. See here, co, so this is a keyword we are going to use. Co means contains only. That means whether for example there is a dictionary key value, in the dictionary, whether we want to see it contains only, okay, I. If it is contains only, co means contains only, then we will use this one. That means it is having only I as the value, then we are going to use this. Not contains only, that means it is not having any value of I. For example, apple, whether apple is having I or not, so we want to compare, so it is not contains only. That means in that string I is not there. Okay. Contains any means any of these values. For example, I want to compare apple with IE. So whether any of this value contains any value, that means E is available, right? So in that case we are going to use this one, contains only. Okay. Next, not contains, that means any of these value is not present in the uh, character. That means like IO in apple, IO will be not there, right? So we can compare like that. That means not contains value. Next, contains string. So in dictionary, when we compare dictionary with contains string, that means uh, ti is available, right? So we want to compare that star ti star. That means it will be exist in any of the place of dictionary. So in that case we will use contain string. That means we know only two characters of a string, then we will use contain string. Okay. Not contain string, that means it is not having the string. Next, contains pattern. So here pattern means star value. If you give star means, that means any of the value. For example, we want to know the keywords starting with P star. That means it is start with P and the next value should be anything P star. Okay. So that we are going to use here contains pattern. Not contains pattern. That means we don't require the letters starting with P. So we will use not contains pattern P star. Okay. So we will see these all character string operators also in a program level. So what we will do, we will one by one see in the code part. So first of all, we will start with the arithmetic operators. Okay. So what we will do, we will define two variables. Okay. So a, here you can mention any capital or small, nothing is an issue. A type I value, okay, 150. Okay. B type I value some 30. Okay. So result type I. So first what I will do, I will start with the arithmetic operators. Okay. So I am direct displaying the output here, right? Okay. So first I will result equal to A plus B. So what I am doing here, addition operator. Okay. So result of A plus B. Okay. I'm displaying in a new line. comma result. That means you are displaying the result value. Okay, next result is equal to a minus b. What we are using? Subtraction. Right, result of a minus b. So whatever you write in single quote, that will be displayed as it is. It is not required to write capitals only. I'm just writing here like that. Okay, result equal to a multiplies b. Okay, right. So result of a into b. See here, for every arithmetic operator we are placing space before and after the operator. Okay, so result equal to a by b. That is what it will give, division, right? Division gives option, right? So we will see. We will use for everything equal to also to clearly know. I'm just keeping this comment line. It is not mandatory to keep this. Okay, you can utilize it whatever you want. Result equal to a mod, sorry, b mod a. Okay, so now I will see the output. What is the output it was getting? See here. So for addition, what it was getting? 180. For subtraction, 130. For multiplication, 4500. And divided by, it was giving me coefficient as 5. Okay, because it is 180. Okay, so in the mod will give the remainder value. Everyone are getting right? Hello? Yeah. Okay, so this is how we are going to give the argument. Now see here, we are defining the static values inside the program, but if you want to give these values from dynamically, so what we will do, so here I'm just commenting it. Okay, so what I will do, parameters, okay, a type I. Okay, next b type I. Okay, So, but the result will be inside, will be calculated inside the program. So we will give it as a data. Okay. So see here. So it was asking a value, b value. What is a value we want to give? For example, I want to give 130 and 30. Okay, b value. So see here. Next, I'm going to give the value of the result will be changed based on the input provided by user, right? Okay, so 20. See, so like this we can define dynamic value. That means a and value will be changed, and then result value also will be changed. So this is how we are going to define static variables and dynamic variables. Okay, clear everyone? Yeah. So next, see here. Here only we will see. So we are going to compare the each values of the variables. So I want to compare whether you have given greater than value or less than value of A and B. Okay. So see how we'll compare. So if we are going to compare two variables, we will use if condition. So syntax is if variable A, okay, equal to B, okay, dot, for every statement we will be having dot operator, right? So and if, okay, so see what we will do. Here we will write a statement saying that A equals to B. So when it will get triggered, that means when the A value and B value are equal. See, so I am giving 100, 100. Okay, so A and B values are true, right? So see here, A equals to B, it was triggered. Okay, so next, same. If A not equals to B, and if, right, A not equals to B. Okay, like that, if A greater than B, right? A greater than A less than B. So for less than, I will write in the top, because see, before dividing, we need to check whether A is less than B. That means if A is less than B, that means top value is less than the divider value, it will give dump. Okay, so it is not possible that to divide A divided by, it will give you dump. That also we will see. Okay, that's why I placed it on the top. If A greater than or equals to B. Yeah. Next is less than. see, we will see now. Okay, so I'm giving 100 and 120. So these are two values are not equal to, and b is greater than a, right? So see, okay, so a less than b triggered and a not equals to b triggered. A less than or equals to, less than, or if it is less than or less than or equals to, it will trigger like that. Okay, so we will see here 100, it will trigger equals to and less than or equals to, because it is having greater than or equal to also, because these two are having equal to also. Okay, so now a will be 140. See here, a not equals to b, a greater than b, a greater than or equals to b. That means here a is not equivalent to b and greater than b, but it is having greater than or equals to. So like this we will compare different variables and we will do the comparison operators. So based on the condition what we are going to place, the next statement will trigger. Okay, that means if the condition is true only, it will come, otherwise it will not print the statement. Okay, everyone are getting right? Hello. So next we will go with the string comparison operator. So bitwise we will do when we require, but it is not required now. So we will see string comparison operators. Okay. So as we are saying, string means it is a character type data type, right? So I am giving variable p1 type c and the size is 20 characters. See here what I am giving, the size of string I am giving, and value is I want to give as a dictionary for first one. Okay, so next p2, it is also 20 characters. Okay. Of type p value nothing. Okay, so now if p1 contains or only I, okay, like this we will do string comparison. That means p1 is right. Okay, like this we will compare. So when we want to compare only contains only, then we will use, because see, so whether it is having only I value in it or else any other uh, letters also there. Hello, is dictionary is having only I value in it or any other value is also there, so it will not display this statement. Okay, so if p1 not contains only, what is not contains only, tell me? Okay, NA means not equal. Yeah, see, now it will print because it is not only having I value. Okay, if it is having only I value, then it will come this one. Okay, next, if p1 contains string, so I want to check dic, whether dic, if p1 is having dic, then it will print this one. Okay, so is it is there in dictionary dic at anywhere in the string? Tell me. No one is. Whether p1 is having value dic in dictionary, that means in dictionary dic is there, that means we are going to compare contain string, whether it is in starting position or ending position or something. Okay, so see here, or else I will use ti here. Ti is there, that means the continuation value ti is available in p1, so it will come. See, that means here ti is there now. That means whether we want to compare any characters inside a string, we will use contain string. Okay, so I am telling in letter, but dictionary is having, I am giving sentences also. Okay, so for that I am taking the length as around some 80 characters. Okay, so dictionary is having all keywords. Okay, so now what I will do, all. So P1 is having all, right? So I want to check whether P1 is having all or not. See, so there is a all key, all, right? So we can check like this. So we are going to check whether the sentence is having any keyword. So that sentence will be coming. Okay. So if P1 not contain string is ns. Okay. So what I will do, I will keep the. So the is not there, right? In P1, the dictionary or something that is not there, right? So it is having all values. So like this will come. So it will come because the is not there. See, because dictionary, this one is not there. The is not there. If the is there, the it will not come. Okay. So next is what? Contains pattern. Okay. So P1 contains pattern. Okay. DIC star. Okay. That means here the P1 will be starting with DIC, then only it will come. See that we will see now. P1 contains DIC in starting. Okay. See here DIC is there in starting, right? Okay. So for example, if you want to place DIC like this, that means there is something in between in front of DIC also, but it is not there. Even though if nothing is also, that means, sorry, I think I have not activated it. So if nothing is there also, it will treat it as same. Okay, see, so it is coming. Now what I will do, I will check with all. all star. Is it the P1 starting with all? Is P1 is starting with all? Is it true or not? Dictionary is having all keywords. That means dictionary DIC is starting letter. But what we are checking all star. So it will not come. Okay. So if you want to place this all in between of anything, then it will come, because it is having something value in front of all, and after all it is having some value. See here, it is coming. So whether you want to check end value as all. Okay, so we will check this. See here, it is not coming. That means it is not ending with the P1 is not ending with all. It was ending with DS. Okay, so like this we will check contains pattern. Not contains patterns means if it is not there. So like this we are going to see different types of operators in SAP ABAP. So everyone got it right?